jaw, the mouth. And once you're done, just returning to a natural breath. Gently wiggling your fingers, the toes. When you're ready, inhale to bring the arms to the ceiling. And as you exhale, lower the right hand, leaning over to the right. Stretching from the hip out into the fingertips, gently opening the armpits, the chest towards the ceiling. Now with your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Lengthening from the hip out into the fingertips, opening the armpits, the chest. And then next inhale back to center. Do one more time, each side. And begin to soften the face, unclench the teeth. Maybe this is the first time today that you've allowed the breath to be at the driver's seat. And as you come back to center, both hands on either side of the hips. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders back and down. 3 more times. Bringing the hands out in front. As if you can lift the shoulders and then relax them down so you can feel the difference between relaxed and tense shoulders. And then engage your upper arms, your hands, your fingers, spreading the fingers apart, and then making strong fists. Bring a bit of punch in there, like a real strength. And then open and close. Open, close. And then very gradually start speeding up that movement, keeping the shoulders down. We're just engaging the lower arm muscle, protecting your wrists even faster and faster. And shaking it out. Beautiful. Interlocking the hands, just getting a bit of joint fluid going in the wrists, changing direction. Shaking it out, hands on the mat, setting yourself up onto all fours. Now spreading the fingers as if you're grabbing hold of the mat, so you can keep engaging that lower arm muscle, protecting your wrist. Now it can either be the first finger pointing to the front of the mat or the middle finger, so you can try which one feels most natural, and then put a bit of pressure on the thumb and first finger. Now when you're ready, inhale to come into your cow pose. You can just look straight ahead through the eyebrows, but drop the belly, slightly pull the belly button towards the spine. Now as you exhale, come into your cat pose where you tuck the tailbone, push the heart towards the spine between the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, inhale. So again, just finding your own breath rhythm here. Softening those shoulders back as you inhale. Just doing 3 more rounds. Now this is an opportunity to not skimp on the breath at all, but just really extend without straining. Full juicy inhale, long exhale. And then with your next cow pose, lifting the right foot to the ceiling, going into a bit of a back bend here as you lift the head. As you exhale, come into a forward curl. Inhale to open. Just one more. As you exhale, knee to the floor. You're going to do it 3 times on the left leg. Inhale to bring up. Exhale into a forward curl. And last one. Beautiful. Back down. Just wiggling the hips a bit from side to side. Maybe you want to circle a bit. And just checking you're still connecting with that deep breath from the beginning of the class. And the next inhale, bringing the right foot to the front of the mat between the hands. Now here you can use blocks if you like, or you can just support yourself on your hands. It's making sure you're not collapsing in the spine. And make sure that the knee is stacked on top of the ankle, so you're not going over. As you inhale, find that length in the spine. And as you exhale, I'm going to walk the hands or the blocks towards the back of the mat as you come into your half split. Push that right heel away, toes towards you. Then inhale when you're ready to come forward. It's going to do that 2 more times. And just checking with your mind, where is it at? Is it here? Or has it wandered off? Just linking it to the breath. And last one. Beautiful. Now from here, you can either tuck the toe and step into your plank pose to change, or you can just jump in between. Now you can keep that toe tucked to support the knee, or you can untuck the toe. Again, find that length in the spine. And then when you're ready to exhale, walking the hands back or the blocks, push that left heel away, bring the toes back towards you, really getting into the calf, the hamstring. And then when you're ready for your inhale, coming into your low lunge, keeping the integrity of the spine 2 more times here. Staying with your breath last time. And once you're to the front, again, you can step into your plank to swap legs, or you can jump again. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, stepping the left foot to the front of the mat. Step the feet quite wide apart. Bend the knees, allow the belly to rest on the thighs. Drop the head. Just gently nod the head yes. And shaking the head no. And I'm going to interlock the hands behind the lower back. And then lifting the hands towards the ceiling. Gently start to engage your core as you straighten the legs, come into your halfway lift to the torso parallel to the floor. And then as you exhale, come into your forward fold. You can bend the knees if you like, or keep them straight. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Forward fold, dropping the hands all the way down. Bringing the hands to the outside of the left foot. Bend the left knee, so lean into the left knee. Start straightening the right. Simultaneously opening
that right side of the rib cage, looking over towards the left side. Now, this is a nerve stretch, so if you feel it really strong, you can step the feet a little wider apart. That will be less intense. If you want to intensify, you can step the feet closer. Really bend into that knee. So you're actually just like one straight and properly bending into that left knee. Not comfortable, but very effective. Just a couple more breaths there, breathing in length. And as you exhale, maybe there's a deeper surrender into the pose, maybe not. That's okay as well. But just staying with your breath. Next inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, walking the hands to the outside of the right foot, bend the right knee, leaning your weight into the right side as you start to straighten the left leg. Opening that left hip, left side of the rib cage, left armpit. Breathing in space. Exhale to deepen the pose. So there's no need to force. That's the beauty of the breath. If you use it rightly, you can breathe in space, soften in. A couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, come back to center. Next inhale, start rolling up to standing. If you're okay, closing the eyes once you're up. Dropping the shoulders, relaxing the arms, maybe a gentle bend in the knees, tuck of the tailbone. Becoming aware of the soles of the feet. Are there 2 points of connection to the mat, to the floor, to the earth? Big cleansing breath if you like, before you return to your nostril breathing. Just noticing the effects of a few poses we've done so far. Gently opening the eyes as you shake it out, coming to the front of the mat. Move into a few gentle rounds of sun salutes. So grounding through those soles of the feet, and when you're ready, inhale, drawing the arms to the ceiling. And as you exhale, come into your forward fold. Inhale halfway. As you exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, low lunge. As you exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot. Step into your plank pose, find your core, lower the knees, tuck the tailbones, your core is engaged, and then chaturanga, down to your belly, elbows tucked into the side of the rib cage. Inhale, lift the torso, push the top of the feet into the mat, lower cobra. As you exhale, engage your core, push back into your Adho Mukha down dog. 3 breaths here. If you like, you can walk it out slightly in your first down dog. Nice and strong to those hands. Remember the first finger or the middle finger to the front. Pressure on the thumb and first finger can help protect your wrists. At the end of your third exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you bring the right foot to the front of the mat. Lower the left knee. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, low lunge. Exhale to lower the hands, frame the front foot. No breath as you step the left foot to the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, just scooping it all up. Exhale, palms together, brushing past the heart space, just as a reminder of that inner gaze as you release the hands. And inhale for round 2. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. And as you exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knee. Arm to the ceiling. Now with your next exhale, lower the left hand to the back of the right thigh. Leaning over to the left. Soften that shoulder away from the ear. Tuck the tailbone, push the hips forwards. Inhale, back to the ceiling. Exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot. Step into your plank pose. If you want to do your chaturanga with straight legs, you can, but I don't want to see any drooping hips. So if your legs are straight, chest comes down first. Low cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, don't peel yourself off the mat, but allow the core and the hips to push back and lift off the mat first. So the hips down last in your chaturanga, the hips up first as you push back. 3 breaths here. Nice and strong through the hands. Soften those shoulders as you roll the shoulders away from the ears towards the armpits. So as if you're drawing out a bit of extra space between the shoulder blades. At the end of your third exhale, look forward between the hands, no breath. So you bring the right foot to the front. Lower the knee. Inhale, both arms to the ceiling. Now as you exhale, lower the right hand to the back of the left thigh, leaning over towards the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot. No breath as you step to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to scoop it all up. Palms together, exhale, brushing past the heart space. Releasing the hands. Last round. Inhale, scooping it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, just you and your breath now. As you exhale, step or jump into your plank pose. Finding your core, chaturanga, whatever variation, elbows tucked in, low cobra or up dog. Make sure your core is switched on as you push back into your down dog. 3 breaths. Make each breath count. So not just breathing 3 to get them over and done with, but just really bringing presence to the inhale, to the exhale. Maybe there's a pause. And once you've done your 3 breaths, lowering the knees to the floor, child's pose. Just a gentle pause. Just allowing the body these pauses in between to integrate. Now everything to settle in. Maybe a cleansing inhale through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Now returning to your nostril breathing. Now once you've done your 3 breaths, inhale into all fours, exhale into your down dog. Your next inhale, right leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, come into your forward curl. So right knee to the forehead. And as you inhale, 3-legged dog. One more time. Exhale, coming into your forward curl, nice and strong through the hands. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Now from here, So if you can stack the right hip on top or the left, you're opening the hips to the side, bend the knee so the heel can fall back. But see if your shoulders can square off so that as if they're in down dog. So the twist is happening through the lower back. And as you exhale, gently lower the right foot to the floor. If you like, deep inhale through the nose and sighing out. Inhale to come onto the tippy toes. Exhale to lower down. Next inhale, left leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale to come to your forward curl. Inhale, three-legged dog. One more time, forward curl. So you exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then opening the left hip, stacking the left on top of the right, bending the knee, squaring your shoulders. Engaging that right leg. Exhale to lower down. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Sighing out through the mouth. Next inhale, left foot to the front of the mat. Swivel the right heel. Bring the left knee, elbow onto the left knee. With your next inhale, bring the right arm to the ceiling, opening the body to the side. Tuck the tailbone. As you exhale, maybe reaching the right hand to the front of the room. Now put some weight on the outside of the right foot, so really engaging the legs. With your next inhale, you're going to come up into your warrior two. Now just find your sweet spot here. So that nice middle point, equally between the left and the right side of the body. So the head is the only thing turning, looking over that left middle finger. Maybe bending a bit deeper into that front knee, and as you inhale, come into your proud warrior. Now with your next inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, center when you're ready. And exhale, proud warrior. Just do one more round like this in your own breath rhythm. Softening the face and clenching the teeth. Tuck the tailbone. So if your bottom is sticking out the back, see if you can push the hips forwards. And then from your proud warrior, windmilling the hands to frame your front foot. You can choose to just step into your down dog, or you can do a chaturanga. Just feel your energy. Beautiful. Next inhale, right foot to the front of the mat. Swivel the left heel, right elbow onto the right knee. Next inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone. So if you're pushing the hips to the front, weight on the outside of the back foot. Now with your next inhale, push away from the front foot to come into your warrior two. Again, just find that sweet middle spot between the left and the right side of the body. Torso on the hips, so square to the side, and then just the head turning. The next inhale, proud warrior. Find that nice length from the hip to the fingertips again. Soften that shoulder away from the ear. With your next inhale, into your warrior two. Exhale, into side angle pose. And just making sure that your right knee is stacked on top of your ankle. With your next inhale, come back to your warrior two. And as you exhale, proud warrior. Just one more round in your own breath rhythm. Beautiful. Maybe bending a bit extra into that front knee. Just you and your breath again, just coming back to that connection. As you windmill the hands, frame the front foot. Again, stepping into plank or and down dog, or doing a chaturanga. Beautiful. Now with your next inhale, we're going to bring the right knee towards the right wrist. And the right foot, shuffle it across to the left side. Now lower the left knee and shuffle the left foot a bit further back. Now here as usual, if you need to use a block for support, either on the buttock or the hip, you can. Now coming on to the fingertips. Tuck the tailbones, create a little bit of lift in the pelvic floor. Soften the shoulders, but nice and strong through the hands. Engage the right foot as well. Now just watch if the knee is right in front of you. It's not a lot of space for the torso to come down. So see if you can bring it out to the side. And if it's too strong, you can just bring the heel a little closer to your pelvic floor. Now with your next exhale, bend the elbows to the side. So in a wavy motion, we're lowering your head towards the floor. Before it touches, inhale to roll back up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale up. Now with your next exhale, just coming down onto the forearms. You can use a block to rest the forehead on, or if you prefer to come all the way down, feel free to do that as well. So just have somewhere you can rest the head, whether it's the hands, the fists, the block. So by creating a little bit of pressure on the forehead, you're activating the parasympathetic nervous system. This, for working on the hips, as we know, can be challenging. So activate, a bit of a stress response in the body, and then just a little bit of that pressure counteracts that. Breathing into wherever you feel this pose the most. And just checking in with your shoulders. Are you leaning into one side more than the other? Can you square your shoulders up? Now you can stay like this, or you can slide the left arm underneath the right, and then rest the left side of the shoulder to the floor, the head to the floor, or the head to the block. And then again, you can stay, or you can bring the right arm to the ceiling. Now just checking you're still breathing. You can keep the arm up, or you can lower the hand to the lower back. Now keep in mind, if you need to come out of a pose at any time, you're more than welcome. You don't need my permission. Now if you're in the twist, inhale the right arm to the ceiling. Exhale to bring it back down to the floor. And as you inhale, gradually slide out of the twist, everyone making your way up and out of your pigeon. Now from here, you can choose to place the right hand or the left hand in front of you, bend the left knee, and then pull the left foot towards you. Now you can try both sides and see whichever one is most effective. Just making sure you can breathe, softening the muscles in the face, not forcing, but just allowing. And then releasing the foot. Tuck the left toes, gently shuffle the knee a little further up the mat, making your way onto all fours. Making any movements you need here, maybe feel like straightening the legs or doing a few circles, hips from side to side, or child's pose, so whatever you need. And then when you're ready, bringing that left knee to the left wrist, shuffling the left toes across to the right side. And just remember, the bigger the angle in the left knee, the stronger hip opening it's going to be. So if it's too strong, just ease off that angle. Tucking the right toes, shuffling the right knee further back. Coming onto the fingertips, tuck the tailbone, engage your core as you're creating a little bit of a lift up and out of the hips. Engage the left leg. Deep inhale here, so you create a bit of length along the spine. And as you exhale, wavy motion to come down, elbows bending out to the side. And as you inhale, just rolling back up. Exhale down. And inhale up. And this time, as you exhale, coming down to the forearms, using your block as support, or coming all the way down. Just notice, what does this side, this hip feel like? Is it more open? Or is it more challenging than the other side? Now remember, you're the observer. So you can just observe whatever's going on without attachment. So you know, like, oh, this is so hard, or this is so annoying, or this is so uncomfortable now to get out of. Just watching whatever voices, whatever your mind's presenting, just watching it. Not having to buy into it. And you can use your breath to breathe in space. The inhale opens, softens. The exhale gives an opportunity to drop a little deeper into the pose. Now again, you can stay, or you can slide the right arm underneath the left armpit, resting the right shoulder, right of the head on the floor, or you can rest the head on the block. Again, you can stay, or you can inhale the left arm to the ceiling. Soften that shoulder away from the ear. As you exhale, lower the palm of the hand to your lower back. Staying with your deep belly breath, just as you did at the beginning of the class. So the breath is always an indicator if you're going to push yourself too far in the pose. If you lose that belly breath, that's an indicator you need to pull back a bit, so you can always come back to the breath. If you're in the twist, inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Exhale it back down to the mat. And as you inhale, sliding the arm back out, everyone coming up onto your hands. And from here again, you can choose left hand or the right hand in the middle of the mat in front. Bend the right knee. And maybe you can reach, grab hold, maybe you can pull. Finding that nice thigh opener here. Staying with your breath. Make sure you're not collapsing into that left shoulder, but lifting the spine. And gently releasing. And again, shuffling the right knee a little closer. Coming onto all fours, and again finding the release that you need. Any movement, counteract the pose, even out both sides. And when you're ready, once you're on all fours, going to cross at the ankles. And then come to sit over and behind the legs, coming into cross-legged seat here. Just for a moment. Just checking in, closing down the eyes, finding that straightness in the spine, the softness in the shoulders.
Beautiful, gently opening the eyes, shaking it out, straightening the legs out in front. And then with your core engaged, sliding the arms out to the side, gradually coming down onto your back. Tuck the tailbone. Just for a few breaths, allow the neutral spine to be fully supported. Being horizontal for a couple of breaths. Now from here, I'm going to bend the knees, soles to feet to the floor. Bring the arms down by the side, palms facing down. And then bring the knees to the chest. Now with your next inhale, we're going to push away from the hands. Lift the buttocks off the mat, bring the knees to the forehead. And then bend the elbows so the hands can support your lower back. Bring the heels back down towards the buttocks. See if you can relax the neck, the area between the shoulder blades now into the mat. Now next inhale, we're going to straighten the right leg to the ceiling. Now as you exhale, bring the knee back to the forehead. Make sure you don't turn your head here, so a lot of pressure on the neck. Inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, back down. Next inhale, both legs to the ceiling as you come into your full shoulder stand. Soften the shoulders down, maybe walk the elbows even closer, maybe hands a little further off the back. That's optional, of course. Tuck the tailbone. Engage the legs and the feet. And you know how Barbie always looks like she's wearing high heels even though she's not got shoes on? Yeah, I want to see Barbie feet. That's how you're engaging. Now with your next exhale, lower the right foot to the floor above the head. Now it doesn't matter if it touches or not. As you inhale, bring it back to the ceiling. Exhale, left foot to the floor. Inhale to the ceiling. Now optional from here, you can either bend the knees back to the forehead or you can lower both feet to the floor above the head. If the toes don't quite touch, you can bend the knees on either side of the head. Coming into your plow pose here. Now make sure you can feel that breath in the belly. Getting that expansion, pushing out to the back of the torso. And from here, we're going to lower the hands to the mat behind you, palms facing down. Now engage your core as you gradually start rolling the spine down towards the floor. One vertebra at a time. Walk the thumbs a little closer so they're touching, so that eventually when your buttocks touch the floor, they're resting on top of your hands, creating a little bit of elevation. Now from here, make fists of both hands, so you lift the hips a little higher. So it should be a little less effort to keep the legs up. If you like, take a deep inhale through the nose. And side out through the mouth. You can point, flex the toes. Releasing any vacuum there. Circle the ankles. Both ways. And now flatten the hands again, so thumbs touching. Now we're going to lower the feet to the floor, counting down from 10. So you can either have the knees bent or legs straight, but make sure you engage the legs, engage your core, lowering down from 10, 9, engaging the arms as well, 7, 6, tucking the tailbone, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, and release.
Bringing the hands to the side. And just for a moment, stillness here, neutral spine. So allowing any sensations in the lower back or along the spine to subside. So returning to your natural breath here. Inhale expands from the belly up. And exhale contracts from the top down. Now just very gently bring the knees to the chest, just hug them in. Maybe circle the knees to massage your lower back. Change direction. And then lower the feet to the floor. Let's see if you can grab hold of one of your blocks. Just going to come into a bit more restorative counter pose. When you're ready, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips, slide the block on the lowest level underneath the sacrum. And bring the hands onto the belly or to the side. And you can stay like this with your knees bent. Or if you feel the need to straighten your legs, you can. Now to ease off any pressure in the lower back, if your legs are straight, make sure your feet are wide apart. Generate a tuck of the tailbone. So your buttocks are not sort of hanging over the back of the edge of the block. So you're really supporting that sort of elongation of the lower back. Bending the knees, sliding the block out.
Yeah.
And just keep the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. If you like, you can windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to straighten the right leg, shift the hips to the left side of the mat, and then pull the left knee to the chest and across to the right side. So just coming into laying twist. You can use your block to support the left knee if you need to. Now just make sure we're supporting the left shoulder by lifting the right shoulder off the floor, squaring the shoulder blades before you lower it back down. Deep belly breaths here. Using the time, the space to lengthen each breath. Breathing along the spine, breathing along the whole left side of the body. And you can stay, or if you feel like straightening the left leg out to the side, you can. Maybe there's even space to grab hold of the left big toe.
or the ankle or the knee, wherever you can reach. Breathing on the outside of that left leg. Now your legs straight, bending the knee. Now with your next inhale, bringing yourself back to the center of the mat, shifting the hips, straightening the left leg. Just a moment to allow the spine to be neutral before we go to the other side. Now when you're ready, bend the right knee, shift the hips to the right side of the mat, and then pull the right knee across to the left. Make sure we support that right shoulder. On your next inhale, lift the left shoulder up, square your shoulder blades before you lower it back down. Again, you can use your block as support for the right knee. And you can stay, or you can straighten the right leg out to the side. Maybe even grabbing hold of the toe, the ankle, get higher up the leg. Just remember the breath is your guide. Now if your legs straight, bending the knee again. And just gradually making your way back to center. Maybe grabbing an extra piece of clothing if you have. Just giving yourself a few minutes in Shavasana here. So you could just do your yoga posters and then get off the mat and get on with your day or your evening, but you wouldn't get the full benefit of your yoga practice. The rest is essentially what helps the body to integrate, like a recalibration taking place just to the simple act of resting. like taking one more deep inhale, and as you sigh it out, full permission to surrender your entire body weight into the mat. Just taking a few deeper breaths. Use movements to the fingers, to the toes. If you like, you can stretch, you can bring the knees to the chest, whatever movements you need to ease out of your resting pose. Eventually, just rolling onto your right side. And making your way up to a seat. If it's okay, eyes closed. Just focus in the center of the chest, the heart space, not the physical heart, but just the energetic heart center. Just finding a little bit of extra length in the spine, perhaps. And a bit more openness in the chest. And then palms together, thumbs to the third eye, the point between the eyebrows, gently going the head. Namaste. Namaste. Thanks everyone. Have a beautiful evening.
Thank you, Bjorg-Ida.
To survive the shift in temperature.